Hi everybody, it is Heather. I decided that I would do my own floss tube video. I know that Garrett and Angie and Tracy and, well, everybody's been trying to get me to do one, so here I am. If only you could see around me, I've gathered everything I would need and there's not really much table space now. This first video though, I decided I'd cut it up. The first one I'm going to do is the stitch alongs for next year, what I'm going to plan on doing. And then I think the next one might be my stash or something, because I don't want to make it too long, plus I don't know if these are going to work, and if they don't, I don't really want to have to re-record them. So, let them down. The first one in January is New Year, New Finish. So for that one, I'm going to do my rose cuttings. This one has been one that I started, the earliest picture I can find on my phone is that I started it in March, so it's been at least that long, so not a full year yet, but it seemed pretty long. I wanted to get it done by Christmas, kind of slow and steady, but other things got in the way. But all I really have to do is some shading here and then around, and then a flower, and then I'm done. So it's not too much left to do. Didn't have any of the serging, so I used some painter's tape. And then the next one I'm going to do is the next one is the black work. And I was one of the lucky winners from the Advent Angel on KLT Charting, her group page. I won the black work bow. Some of these pictures are going to be like backwards, and if I show anything on my phone, they'll be the right side because I've converted them. But I'm recording on the tablet that works, so we'll see how this goes. So yes, I'm going to do that one with some of the threads that I've gotten, which I will show later. The third one is the stitch along for the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, the story time, and obviously that's going to be that one. It's not one you can pick, but I want to do it, but I haven't had the, I know it's like $18 to buy the pattern and print it out, but I'm working on it. I did get some Christmas money, so I might go ahead and do that. The next one is something beaded, which I've yet to do any beads, and I know in the short video chat we did I showed this, but Tracy gave me this little holiday Mill Hill bead kit. So that'll be my first with beads. Be interesting. Then, where'd it go? There's the UFO whip project. I didn't take it out, but it's not a loud thing. I have this one that I started while my husband was deployed. He's Air Force here in the U.S., if you're not in the U.S. And I started this on, I think it's the Fiddler's Cloth or Oatmeal. I can't remember which one. Just some regular, looks like 16 count Aida. But I'll go ahead and read it. It's a really good thing to me. So I don't even have all of it here, so I'll read what I have. It says, grant me greatness of heart to see the difference between duty and his love for me. Give me understanding so that I may know when duty calls him, I must go. Give me a task to do each day to fill the time when he's away. When he's in a foreign land, keep him safe in your loving hand. Let me see, I know I have the rest on my phone. And Lord, when duty is in the field, please protect him and be his shield. And Lord, when deployment is so long, please stay with me and keep me strong. That's the pattern. I don't like the side details. It's kind of old, and I don't know if you can see. I didn't like the font, so I redid it. It's backwards, but you get it. But there are some French knots. It's the first time I did the French knots. I have to say I'm not too bad at them. It just takes a little practice. So hopefully by then I'll figure out what I want to do on the outsides, because I want it to be patriotic, but I don't want to do it just to do it and then regret it, because I don't feel like stitching it over again. But yeah, so if I find out something that I want to do for that, for the UFO whip rejects month, then I'll do that. If not, I do have a little fishing thing. It says the fisherman lives here with the catch of his life. It's short and easy, but it's always just been pushed to the side because I've been doing something else. So those are my only whips that I have. The rose cuttings, I don't really count this as a whip because it's, I don't know. It's done as far as I can get it. Okay, so the next one, the Clucking Bells, Sweet Sayings or Sampler. Where did I put that? Okay, there. Well, I have Tracy and I last year, we both had, quite a bit of whips going, or quite a bit for me and quite a bit for her. So we made a pact that, like I had 5 and she had 15. So I had 1 that I could not do, and she had 3 that she could not do, like increments of 5. Well, she, or we couldn't do anything new without finishing all but our exempt 1 or 3. And if we did, then we would have to buy the pattern for the Things Unseen. Well, I love you, Tracy. I can tell that you get a little bored, or your lovely daughter decides that she wants, for instance, a unicorn to be stitched up. Like I see you finished today. Great job. By the way, but I can see how that would have been pretty hard for you to finish all of those. But anyway, I got the Things Unseen from her. I just got the second one in the mail the other day. I do have the is it Wren, W-R-E-N, 16 count Ada, and then I got the thread pack for Christmas from my mother-in-law. So I do have that, or I have the Holly and Hearts, Holly and Hearts sampler, which I got from my Stitch Mom, I call her. Sorry if I look away, the camera to record is on the left side of my tablet, so I keep wanting to look like in the middle because I'm used to that with my other tablet, so I'll keep trying. But anyway, I got this one from my Stitch Mom, I call her, Patricia, or Patty, I don't know, or Pat, any of those. I just call her Stitch Mom. Anyway, I got that with the thread pack and a really big care package that I got from her right after my husband was deployed, kind of to cheer me up and give me stuff to do to keep me busy. And then as my Christmas present from her this year, I got the the fabric to go with it, the doubloon fabric, I believe it is. But she had the threads with it from when she sent me that package. So for the Clucking, what was it? The Clucking Bells Sweet Saying Sampler, I'm going to decide between the 2 of those. I don't know. So then the next month is the BAP, the big project. And like I posted, it just depends on each person what they consider a big project. But for me, putting together, that's the wrong one, putting together a couple different pieces to make one is kind of a big thing for me. Sorry, hold on. That was not an ad. I love Coke. So I'm going to get I'm probably going to do for the BAP, I'm going to do the 6 Fat Men, which I also got from my Stitch Mom, Pat. And part of my present with the doubloon fabric was the Whirlpool fabric. Both of the doubloon and the Whirlpool are from Picture This Plus. So I got those, and then during Joann's 3 for 99 cents, I got all the thread I needed for that. So that'll probably be my BAP project. The Flight of Fancy, which I'm excited. I believe it's at Garrett's house, so get ready, Garrett. We're all coming for you. I lost my paper. Oh, it's because it's on my phone. Because I don't have a main picture of it. But if you guys ever need a photo conversion, Advanced Cross Stitch, I believe it's just advancedcrossstitch.com, has a lady does conversions. I'm looking on my phone, seeing if I can find her name real quick. Where is she? Jennifer Hitchcock does photo conversions. She did one for me. And, where did it go? Sorry, not used to doing these videos. But she did, a friend of mine, she calls her and her 2 kids the Neverland Clan. So it's kind of a stretch for fantasy and fiction, or non-fiction, whichever that one is. But Neverland, Peter Pan kind of thing. So I'm going to do, it's that. But if you look, it's not just plain and boring on the edges. It's like, it's got texture to it, which I really enjoy. But I'm going to see if I can show just part of this, because I don't want to do like the whole copyright infringement. But you can see, like, there's really good texture to it. So I'm excited. It's, what did it say, like 3,000 stitches or something? It has 3,184 full stitches and 26,000 petite stitches, but that's like doing 1/1 on linen, so, or even weave. So I guess just divide that by 4, and it's about just over 6,000 stitches if I wanted to do them full, but I still haven't decided which one I want to do, full or petite. So that's going to be my Flight of Fancy month. And then the Mirabilia, I have not found one of those that I like. I mean, they're all beautiful, and the beadwork intimidates the heck out of me, almost as much as the Heaven and Earth design ones, which I call corner to corner if I ever say that to you, or C2C, because I can't do those. Those intimidate me. I was telling somebody, like tattoos, which I have some, I like to see the fabric, or the flesh, if you will, in a tattoo in the design. It adds to it, or like the specialty color fabric. So anyway, went off rant on that. But with the Mirabilia, there's a lot of different threads you need, which I don't feel like going out and hunting for. It seems like it'd be more of a burden, and like I said, I just haven't found one that I would want to do. I feel like I would be doing it just to do the stitch along, which isn't fun. So what I'm probably going to do in that case, some of you mentioned next year wanting to do stockings. So I got these lovely stockings, and I'm not sure if I'm going to put names on them, because I don't know which one my husband would want or which one I would want, because I like them both. I kind of want to do all of those in the series. Has them in the back. Different ones. Thank you to, I'm totally going to forget who I'm referencing. Nope. She's in Georgia. One of the stitchers. Be patient. I really feel like I need to give a shout out for this. So I'm going to look at my phone under my subscriptions on YouTube. My subscriptions. Sorry. Stitching May. Thank you for being patient. So, Stitching May did the, is it on here? Yes. She did that one, that one for her son. And I just enjoyed how easy it looked like it was to do, and it wasn't very cluttered. It wasn't like completely, the entire stocking was covered in something, or there wasn't a crazy lot of detail, so it wasn't intimidating. So I got these off of Stash Unload, which I'm not a part of anymore because too tempting for the Stash Unload that we're all doing. Hope you all are doing. Good luck. So got that, but I did have, sorry if I always talk about chromatic alchemy, but Artemy, I love your fabric, absolutely love your fabric, but I had her do kind of a markup of what they would look like, and I'm going to use these in, I guess it's upside down, backwards if you read it anyway, but it's called Cirrus, Cirrus. And this is on 18 count Aida, but it's just this gorgeous, like, cloudy day blue. I don't know. There's like 3 different color blues in there. It's just gorgeous. My husband didn't really want the neutral colors that the stockings are pictured in, so. And then, of course, my DMC. But I'm really excited to try those, or try her fabrics. I still have yet to try them. But I'm excited. Gotta finish my rose cuttings and then I'll get onto it. Alright, so the next month, which is, according to the cross stitch in Sanitarium, it's at my house. September's Stop Stitching Along and Finish a Stitch Along. Everyone come together, bring everything you want, come to my house. I would love to have company. There's a couple people I know that live around me. I can't remember their names at the moment, I'm sorry, I'm on the spot. But I know there's a couple in Napa, and Heather, I only remember that because it's my name too. She goes from Reno to California back and forth, and so I know she's kind of around me, but I would love to get along or get together with somebody and do some stitching. It'd be a lot of fun. But it was just a joke. Anyway, so the Stop Stitching Along and Stitch Along, obviously you're just going to work on whatever you want to finish, whether it be by the end of the year or whatever. So anything that I've said before. And then the last one that is designated is for October, and I forgot to pull this out, but it's the Spooktacular, and I'm not a huge Halloween person. I am a Christian, and I don't believe the real demonic side of Halloween and what it's starting to become this day and age. I know it's like fun with your kids and taking them trick-or-treating while it's still light and having to check their candy. I mean, my parents had to do that when I was young, but I don't want to stitch something like that. So Tracy did Random Act of Kindness, Rack Me, a while ago, and she sent me some Lizzie Kate's, I want to say it's like Think Autumn or something, and a couple of Thanksgiving type theme ones, so I might do that. I really love fall, and I don't know if anybody of you've seen this, but I have some leaves tattooed. I love fall, but they go around the back, but I love fall and the colors and the smells of apple and cinnamon and pumpkin cooking, and I don't know, it's just awesome. So I'll probably do that, and then I don't know if Angie has anything planned for November or December, or if it's just going to be a mad rush to finish everything before we start a whole new year of stitch-alongs, but I'm kind of excited to see. I know some of you have heard that I had some bad experiences with the overly crowded main cross-stitch group. I will just say that, just in case somebody else watches this, because I can't control who watches it. Anyway, I had a bad experience, a couple bad experiences over time, and just accumulated with that certain group, and Angie added me to the cross-stitch in Sanitarium. I hope I'm saying that right. And I'm so grateful. It's so much fun. I used to see the stitch-alongs in the other group, and I felt like I was getting lost in the crowd. Kind of mentioning that stitch-along, one of the ones that I was going to do for them was the Christmas one, and I ended up getting blocked from that group before it was done, but I finished this guy. It is Joy, Ornamental Joy by Country Cottage Needlework, or CCN. I always feel like I'm getting that wrong. But I really like this one. My husband enjoyed it too. Oh, you can totally see them. But there's snowflakes on here, and it's the Petite Treasure Braid one that it's the first time using metallics, but I really enjoyed it. And the red is Weeks Dye Works Louisiana Hot Sauce, so if you're wondering what that looks like, it looks like this, but the rest are just DMC colors. Oh, and the brown on the top, like across the whole thing and hanging on the ornaments, is, I want to say, Nutmeg. So those are the first 2 times of using the Weeks Dye Works, and I really like it. It was definitely different to try to, or to have to finish stitches because, for instance, with something like this, I would go down and do one part of the X and then go back up and finish, whereas this I had to go like across and finish the whole stitches. But I really liked it, and I happened to find a frame that fit it perfectly. I do frame some of my own stuff. My dad's a carpenter, and so I figure that he's instilled a love of wood in me, and I'd rather save the money. And I like to do things on my own. So I do some myself. Am I at 20 minutes? I might be able to do a whole video. Might put the two together. So there's that. Take another drink. So where would I go from here? My threads. I've been getting a lot of threads lately, and so that's another reason why Angie and Tracy and everyone's like, you need to do a video. You need to show your threads. They're gorgeous. So, oh, and to me too. Can't forget you, my lovely Aussie friend. I've got friends all over the globe now. It's crazy. I have this little, let me see if I can show you. This little timer. It's got Houston for you, Garrett, and my in-laws. London for Artemy, and Australia for Demi. Ah, there you are, Tracy. There's your face. Sorry. But it's always interesting to see, like, that stitching is everywhere. Stitching is global. I love that. Anyway, so some of the some of the threads that moving stuff. Some of the threads that I have gotten recently, I'll start, I always see everyone having such good, like Goodwill or Savers or just thrift store finds, and I finally went to my Savers a couple weeks, maybe last week, I think it was, or week before, and I found some water lilies, and what's the other one? Wildflowers. So water lilies and wildflowers. So the water lilies are purple. I'm gonna butcher this. The hyacinth. I'm not even gonna pronounce that right. It's backwards. I'm sorry. But those are the first silks that I'm gonna use. Kind of excited. And there's just some random beads in the bottom. Jimmy Beans, whoa! That's the company I work for. Check them out. If you need some yarn, go there. If you ever get the little samples, I wound those. Anyway, I had some bell pulls. Still have yet to do those, but I'm going to. Some beads, which I don't know if I'll ever use. They're kind of flat, generic, primary kind of colors, but hey, you never know. And then these Bravo brand or something. 100% cotton, 15 yards. I like this company because it says, I know it's backwards, I'm sorry. It says Fulton Avenue. Fulton's my maiden name, so I just think that is like so cool. And then this is ultra suede stuff, which Angie, I am going to send to you. I promise. I already told you I would because I don't know what I'm going to use it for. But I found all of this for $2, $3, $2 or $3, I don't remember. But I've heard that that was a good deal because one of these water lilies is about that price, so got all that for that price. And then everything's such a disaster in here now because I'm just throwing stuff over here. What did I get next? Oh, I got into a drawing or Victorian Moto Sampler shop. She's on eBay now, like she has her own store. She used to be on Etsy, but she's just on eBay now. Every day in November, you could sign up for a new drawing, like fabric or samplers or mystery gift or gift cards or her whole set of hand-dyed cotton threads or just some or just a variety. And every day I went, I don't know if you all saw me on Facebook, every day I went, it's like, I want to win something, I gotta win something. So I did, the same week that I won that, the Blackwork bow from KLT Chartings, I won some thread. I'm not going to show you all of them because there's 30 colors of 20-yard cotton hand-dyed threads. I was like dreaming. I was scrolling down on the email seeing who won, and I was thinking, wouldn't it be really cool if I won and there was my name? It was so cool. But I'll show you a couple of my favorites. Oops. Like that one so much I just threw it on the ground. Nope. That's where it's going to stay. As Artemy knows, I love blues and greens. I know Mrs. Milky Bar Kids loves her purples, and I think Tracy likes purples too, but I really like these. This is Spring Grass. Actually, they both are. They sent me two. You can kind of see the variations. It's cool. My coloring is not the best. We'll work on that. This is the first one. Primitive Aqua. It's a little more green than that, but you get the muted tone colors. Old with an E, World Blue. Just a dark blue. You know, Garrett, I was thinking of this color for your ocean that you were working on, you finally found. But you went with a lot lighter color, so kind of threw me. Dark teal. This is what her labels look like. She just stamps it on. Anyway, this one you can really see the variation. Okay, maybe you can't. But this is Tarnished Aqua Green. But yeah, there's a lot in there. Just, she kind of gave me a sampler of all of them. You can see a better picture of those on my Facebook or my Instagram. My Instagram is, woo, sorry, pulled my charging cord. Let me uncharge this, or unplug this. There. That's a lot better. Is HR Fulton _Foster. It's flipped, but you can look at it and figure it out if you want to see me. So, that's me. I do try to post random pictures of stuff I get, or my dog. I love my Koji dog. Here. We're moving. Garrett, close your eyes. Okay. Koji, is that my puppy? He's a good girl. That's my spoiled little dog. Okay. Moving back, Garrett. Close your eyes. Alright. Enough of the road trip. So, I got those. And then, Tracy and I, to save money, we got together and did the Christmas special, or Christmas bundle, or I don't remember what it was, but the Jodrey Designs threads. She's, I believe, in the UK, so we wanted to do a bundle together as both of our first orders so that we could save some money on the shipping. So we got together, and these are mine. This lighting sucks. I need to get a better lighting. I need to get my Ott light in here. But that Neverland Clan one that I'm going to do in this. It's called Aurora Borealis. It's really not showing up very good. But my friend that I'm making it for, her daughter's name is Aurora, named after Aurora Borealis. So I thought it was perfect. And then I got some mail from Tracy. And she's a printer. Thank you so much, Tracy, again, for printing stuff for me. But she printed, if I have a chart like that freebie chart, I had her print it. And then she immediately deleted it because she didn't want to take any for her own. Anyway, but I got some threads in the mail. And I think, I'm going to open it because that's going to bug me if I can't figure out the name. I don't know why these aren't twisted, and that's going to bug me. I'm going to twist them. These three are Snowflake. Can you see the blue? If I put my hand behind it. No? Not really? Anyway, these three are for the Frosted Pumpkin Stitcheries Christmas celebration. I don't remember what it is, but where it's the 3x3 and it says Christmas. But I got those, and then it's gonna fall. She sent me these little guys as well. They're so cute, all twisted. Some more Weeks Dye Works Grit, Chablis, Cattail Parchment, and Seafoam. And I've got a little clue what these are for, but I'm going to play the Oblivious card and say, I don't know. But she said to hold on to them. And hold on, I will. So, we'll see what those are for. I've got all my stuff over there if you're wondering what I'm looking at. So, another thing, or what I got for Christmas, we'll go with that. I got this the Stitchery gift card. I hope I'm not showing the order or the number. Don't use my card. The Stitchery gift card from my mom for $25. And I'm really leaning towards the Santa praying over the manger with Jesus, because my dad being a carpenter, we all, when I was younger, we did wooden cutouts of that and 2 snowmen and some light poles, and we always had them in the yard for Christmas. So it's kind of close to me, and like I said, I'm a Christian, so like remembering going back to like what the season of Christmas is all about is just a cool idea. Other than that, there's not really much there, but I mean, they've got quilting and other needle points and clothes and some jewelry and stuff, but I haven't really found much that I want there. But I'm grateful, Mom. If you ever watch this, I am grateful. Random. I got this when I was in Reno. My husband loves this saying, life is not measured by the breaths you take, but the moments that take your breath away. And I kidded it, except for the fabric, which pretty sure I'm going to get some Chromatic Alchemies fabric. If you're part of her group, I think it's January 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, she's doing 15% off your entire order, and her rates, even though she is in the UK, her rates are really good. Like, really good. Anyway. So I also got this Crystal Gingerbread Laguna, and it's my first opalescent. Totally excited. It's shiny. You can totally see that on there. But that's for the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Christmas celebration, whatever it says. So that's that. And then I got from my husband my lovely box set of Friends. Best show ever. I also got from my sister-in-law, I got some copper hands gloves, because when I stitch and when I work winding yarn, my hands hurt, so it helps. It does get hair attached to them quite easily, but I do have 2 cats and my dog that you saw, so that could be why. Oh, kind of also got from my husband, because we like exchanged some money and got gift cards for each other. I got the Friends, and then I got from Bath and Body Works, Marshmallow Fireside. It's amazing. It has a sweet toasty end to a long cold day. Toasted marshmallows and sumptuous vanilla cream blend with the comforting aroma of rich smoldering woods. Y'all can't smell this, but it's yummy. I got the last 2 today, but they also had this Trick or Treat, which is basically the same. Scary good blend of freshly toasted marshmallows, smoldering woods, and vanilla beans. So it's basically the same. So I got some of those. And the top is beautiful with the leaves. I love leaves. Put that to the side. I know... Oh, here's some other fabrics I've gotten. This is so beautiful. It's probably my favorite one of your fabrics, Artemy. From Chromatic Alchemy. Wow, I can't talk. It doesn't even look that good on here. Oh, totally. Look at that. Look at that variation. It's so pretty. This is called Tiger's Eye. This is a 28 count Lugana. It's so pretty. And she does serge them for you. Thank you, thank you. And if you ask really nicely, if you buy a big piece like the blue I had for the stocking, and it's gonna be cut up anyway, you can ask, please, to serge those and cut it and serge it. If you ask nice, she'll do it. And I got Demeter, which is, I think she said, it reminds her of the wheat fields, which I can totally see. It's like a, kind of a pale yellow or yellow gold. It's really cool. But this is 28 Lugana. And then my husband's favorite colors are black and lime green. That is totally not as bright as it actually is. But this is her radioactive. This is on the Lugana, 28 count, 9x12. But it is like, you ever seen the Monster Energy drinks, that like lime green color? It's like that. It's bright. Like, I cannot wait to stitch on that. So there's that. But I did get a lot of her fabrics, Chromatic Alchemies. She had a, I don't know if it was a giveaway or like a prize anyway, for her number 100, I can't say that word, 100th, her 100th invoice was half off, and I was shopping them on Black Friday, and I was the one that actually got the invoice, so I guess I'm pretty lucky. Need to go buy lottery cards or something, but I got half off, so I got the 2 blue fabrics for the stockings, the Tiger's Eye, the Demeter, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, and the radioactive. I got all of those shipped to me. I don't remember how much it was, but it really wasn't that bad. It helped that it was half off, but still, really wasn't that bad. Love her fabrics. Let's see, what have I been working on? So I have the rose cuttings, which is a thorn in my side. I will get it done. It's for my grandma. But what I decided to do, and I'm not sure about the hanging part because I don't want it to break, but I don't know how else to attach it, so feel free to send me some ideas. Preferably through Facebook, because I don't know how the comments work on YouTube, so we'll figure it out. But it says Adam. It's backwards, I'm sorry. But it's my first time using the perforated plastic, I think is what it's called. And y'all saw a close-up of this. Really beautiful railroading. I'm really happy about this. But the green I used, sorry, I have some right here. The green was $6.99 and the red was $3.21. So those are really Christmassy. And I've got my box right here. Here's a shout out to Stitcher Moose. There's my little ort. But I've got my dimensions for my rose cuttings, needles and whatnot. Sorry. I do have a small bit of DMC. I told you I worked at Jimmy Bean's Wool, the yarn company, and every so often they have an area where you can bring stuff in to donate to shelters or just that anybody can look at. And someone had, I think it was this box, a DMC box, and it had some thread in it, so that's, I got a lot there. Is anything gonna fall out? I don't know. But I lied. So I do have some threads. There are some that don't have color or names on them, so I'll figure that out. But well, sorry, I'm trying to lead into things. and it's not too good. But I will be adding to this because another floss score, I guess you could say, is I went to Walmart today to pick up some stuff because I'm making Pioneer Woman's stew, beef stew. It's cooking, it smells good. You put some beer in it, some beef stew, some garlic, onions, Worcestershire, as my husband calls it, sauce. It's amazing. I'll have pictures up on Instagram, I'm sure. Anyway, I went to pick up some stuff from there, and I went to Walmart, and what did I find? I found this for 75 cents. I don't know how much it is regularly, but I couldn't pass it up, even though it's not the one I usually prefer. But I did, however, find 22 DMC flosses. And, I mean, around here they're about 39 to 49 cents, depending on where you go. I know this is backwards, but you can see it was 10 cents, so I couldn't pass it up. There was 22 of them. There's a couple Walmarts around here, and that's what I'm going to do tomorrow, is I'm going to drive around and see if any of the other ones around here are getting rid of their stitching stuff, because I'm going to take them up on their offer. Getting all their thread. But let's see what else I forgot. Tracy, I did take your advice. I got some little snack bags for my specialty threads to put them in instead of bobbinating them. I know some of you guys were talking about if you use Thread Heaven or beeswax, and I do use both. Everything else I've used this, but like I said, I think it's Erica something on Instagram showed me a piece with both of them, and that's what I did with these. They laid so perfectly. My OCD-ness. So I think I'm going to start using both of them. Odd or little tidbit fact: this the Thread Heaven is made in Geronville, maybe, in California. You can't read that, so I don't know why I'm showing it. But yeah, it's made in California. The only other thing I can show you is I do have a Tupperware box. It's got a big, I say big, but it's big, with my random patterns and stuff in it. And I have accumulated some of the Charles Craft fabric, which I swear by. I mean, besides the hand-dyed thread or fabric, that's all I will use, because I've tried some of the off-brands from Hobby Lobby and Michaels, and there's another one where they come in like folded packages, and it's like black with like gold something. They're crooked. Like if you lay them out and make a 90-degree like along where the dot should be, or the hole should be, instead of it being like perfectly like that, it like will veer one way or the other. It drives me insane. So Charles Craft is awesome. And I guess the Zweigert, because that's what I believe the hand-dyed fabric is. So those I will use. But the only other thing I really have to show is how I store some of my patterns. Big fat binder. It's big. It's a big one. Anyway, but I do have some beads in there. Some patterns. Fishy. See, Tracy? Who is it? I think it was Tracy. See, I have that pattern. Haha. And that one that we did together. But yeah. Store. What is that? Oh, that's my list of colors I need. But that's all I really have. I guess I'll combine some of the other tags. I know one of them was Get to Know Your Stitcher. I'm 25. I started stitching in high school, actually. My senior year was kind of a joke. I I was a cheerleader my sophomore, junior, and senior years, and I took summer school every year because it kept me busy, it kept me out of trouble, it kept me occupied, and it was easier working on, I always took history is what I did. It was easier working on one class at a time, and usually it was teachers from other schools, so it was awesome. And so my senior year, you had to have so many classes in order to be able to cheer or play a sport or whatever. So one of the classes I took was creative stitchery, and we learned to knit and crochet and do canvas work. Actually, it was like cross stitch but on canvas. And I did some of the canvas work for a little bit, and I do crochet still. I have some blankets going and pot holders and stuff, but I stopped stitching for a little while. Sorry, I thought my husband was coming in. But I started doing it again. I can actually show you. I flipped the pictures around on my phone so you guys can see it. Where are they? So my first pattern that I did was that guy. The bottom was the typical ABC, and that is my my in-laws' wedding day. So I did that one. Sent that off to her, kind of went about my way. And then probably about, I don't know, a year later, I started back up when my husband deployed. But I made, can I go that way? Wow. Made that pattern and stitched it for my dad. We are Broncos fans. So I'm going to duplicate that and make it for myself. And then, while my husband was deployed, recently I made that for a friend. The eyes and the teeth and the gums are actually the glow-in-the-dark, the DMC glow-in-the-dark. It's awesome. But I got the pattern off of Etsy, but the lettering I didn't like, so I made it myself. And then I did the backwards too. Made that, ooh, that's a horrible looking green. But yeah, the bright lime green. But the frame was blank, and I saw the kind of a button idea on Pinterest and went with it. It's actually funny because our wedding date is the 30th. Made this a little ways ahead before we actually got married, and then painted the frame to match the buttons and the thread. So I made that for my husband. But I'm gonna go because I think my stew's done. I hear my husband in the kitchen. But there's my first video. If you have any suggestions or questions I can answer, let me know. Go ahead and start tagging me, or the tool time tags and all those tags. I'm excited to do all those. This whole world of floss tube is just exciting. One last thing that I will say, I did see Angie just asked on the cross stitch and sanitarium page what our New Year's resolution is. I don't know if that's for stitching. I just browsed at it. Anyway, it's definitely going to be that the whips that I talked about earlier, or the stitch-alongs that I talked about earlier, I'm going to start those and work as hard as I can, and just that the entire month. And then, I haven't figured out when exactly, but I'm going to do videos, whether it be weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. I don't know if I want to do monthly. That's kind of a long time. But I think it's going to help me push myself to keep stitching and like work on them, and so I can show you guys my progress and kind of be accountable. And then one I just thought about as I was cooking is doing a new recipe from the Pioneer Woman every month. Or not every month, 2 every month, 1 every pay period. Try something new. We did our sloppy joes and they were really good, and now we're doing the beef stew today. And I will send pictures and put them up on Instagram. But everyone who's been waiting on a video, here you go. Happy stitching.